S25 Ultra is here, and this year is one of the closest ever between the Galaxy S series versus the Galaxy Foldables. More than ever similarities, but is it better to go with the S25 Ultra over Z Fold 6? By the way, if you are forgetting the S25 Ultra, pre-orders are about to end and this is your last chance to avail free $350 credit and up to $900 trade-in values. Check the prior listed in this video to avail this deal. Now, the reason I said both phones are closer than ever this year is because of the design of both phones. Galaxy S25 Ultra actually carries out the Galaxy Z Fold 6 design instead of the S24 Ultra. Now, even when we look at the corners, both phones are slightly rounded, and looking at the sides of both phones, we can clearly see S25 Ultra got a flat size similar to the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Even when we look at the back, the camera design on the S25 Ultra got a similar look at the Z Fold 6. There's just a SPEN difference between both phones. One got a built-in SPEN and the other don't. Even the built-in SPEN on the S25 Ultra gets no Bluetooth feature. So this time around, both phones are on the same page. Now, just in case if you're up for buying the S25 Ultra, this is the right time to getting the big pre-order deals and up to $900 trade-in values, which you can avail from prior listed in this video. The second major difference is the display of both phones and could potentially the only reason for people to buy the Z Fold 6 or the S25 Ultra. Now, I didn't mean it's not good, but Z Fold 6 has two displays, a 6.3 inches cover display and a massive 7.6 inches inner display. There was one downside on Z Fold 6 even when I shared this last time. Samsung used an order glass on the Z Fold 6 cover display. Instead of using a Gorilla Glass armor, they used Victus 2 from previous generation, and if we talk about the S25 Ultra, it is almost 2 generations ahead compared to the Z Fold 6. It got a second generation Gorilla Glass armor with the anti-reflective coating, and it is actually more durable and better scratch resistant compared to the Victus 2. You should look around a jerry-rig video to get an idea. Although under the hood, both phones got the same 2600 nits of peak brightness, but obviously this year, Samsung gave us a ProScaler feature on S25 Ultra which helps for better color reproduction. And even speaking of their durability, foldable phones are less durable compared to the candy bar phone, and for a longer use, you should go over the candy bar phone, but if you change every 2 or 3 years, then foldable phones are excellent choice. Now remember I said S25 Ultra brings anti-reflective coating. Well, some people have wrong assumptions, which will let me bust as Samsung fixed all those issues. Last year, I made a couple of videos about the S25 Ultra display issues, and clearly there was a hardware problem instead of a software. Now this year, on paper, S25 Ultra came with the same display as S24 Ultra, but it's not. Samsung fixed vividness issue last time with the software update, but grainy display on a low brightness was a hardware problem and there was no fix even with the software. But S25 Ultra fixed it. This is the difference between the S25 Ultra and the S24 Ultra. We can clearly see the difference. On the right, we have the S24 Ultra, and on the left, we have the S25 Ultra. Even on S24 Ultra, people said this is because of anti-reflective glass. But it was not, since S25 Ultra even bring anti-reflective coating with second generation Gorilla Glass armor. So no more worries about the grainy display. Even I shared this image showing off how S25 Ultra brings improvement in the display. The gradient is much smoother on the S25 Ultra compared to the S24 Ultra. Now just in case, if you're up for buying the S25 Ultra, this is the right time as only 1 day left for getting big pre-order deals and up to $900 trade-in value, which you can avail from prior listed in this video. The performance numbers are another major difference between the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the Galaxy S25 Ultra. S25 Ultra, an entire generation including the Plus and the base model S25, came with the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, and if you're confused, then don't, there is no Exynos processor this year for the S25 series. The overclocked version of Snapdragon 8 Elite already uploaded on Geekbench for the S25 Ultra. As we know, S25 Ultra will going to feature Snapdragon 8 Elite made for Galaxy processor, and here are the Geekbench scores. It scores 3011 single-core score and 9562 multi-core scores. Yes, it scores less than 10,000 mark, but with later optimization, we can see over 10,000 mark. The key thing is here, the base clock speed is same as the normal Snapdragon 8 Elite at 3.53 GHz, but the two high-performance cores are overclocked, at 4.47 GHz instead of 4.32 GHz. I believe we don't see much of a big difference between the performance of a normal Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and an overclock one. Also keep in mind, the 16 gigs of RAM option for the S25 Ultra is not available worldwide. That is a big downside we didn't expect it from S25 Ultra, and it is only available in selected countries. The battery size on both phones are similar to their predecessor. Samsung didn't change the battery on the Z Fold 6. It is same as a 4425 watt fast charger, and it is same on S25 Ultra 5000 mAh battery and a 45 watt fast charger. But S25 Ultra surprised us as we saw the first initial numbers on the S25 Ultra battery life. So I've got two different battery tests to share which will give you a better idea how it will perform against the iPhone 16 Pro Max and how it will drain battery in a normal usage. Now the first test was from my fellow YouTuber Matt Tech Talk, and he got a pretty useful insights running Geekbench 6, Geekbench AI test, 3D Wildlife Extreme, 3D Ray Tracing, and T2 Benchmark, Disk Speed Test, and Thermal Management Test. Both phones perform exceptionally well in this battery drain test. Samsung was a little bit ahead in this battery test because it has no SIM card in it, where the iPhone got a cellular connection. But after this test ends, the iPhone 16 Pro Max was at 78% while the S25 Ultra at 79%, bare minimum difference between both devices. I would say Samsung did a great job of optimizing the Snapdragon 8 Elite, but I've seen some discrepancies with his test. While tracking his test, the battery was different with the different tests, so I don't know how did he manage to get these results. But the second one is a real test from another fellow YouTuber. But if you're up for the S25 Ultra, this is the right time. Samsung is offering massive pre-order deals, which you can check from a prior listed in this video. The second test was done by none other than Ben from Lover of Tech. Now, he put to test S25 Ultra, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and the S24 Ultra. Due to his hard efforts he put in for the 8 hours live stream for the battery test of S25 Ultra, I don't want to spoil his video, but I'll give you an idea of how each phone performed, and I'm kinda surprised, since S25 Ultra performed much better compared to a brand new S24 Ultra. I mean, he used a brand new S24 Ultra for this test. But I have to say, S25 Ultra still falls short of the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but it is great to see for the first time Samsung manages to cross the 7 hours mark. Although Samsung go with the same 5000 mAh battery and a 45 watt fast charger, but manages both things better. Even S25 Ultra charges quicker compared to the S24 Ultra. Not a whole lot, but there's a significant difference between the S25 and the S24 Ultra. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is packed with additional features that sets it apart. For starters, it will be the first Samsung phone to launch with the One UI 7. This updated interface is designed to complement the S25 Ultra's rounded design, offering smoother animations and enhanced functionality. One UI 7 also introduced second-generation AI features, including improved battery management, smarter app suggestions, and more intuitive live translation. These features will eventually make their way to the S24 Ultra and probably S23 Ultra through updates, but the S25 Ultra is optimized to take full advantage of them. Another standard feature is Samsung's extended software support. 7 years of OS updates, but is already available in the S24 Ultra. There are a bunch of new AI features on the S25 Ultra. Samsung also integrated Gemini with the Bixby. Samsung is playing on a software level, this time with the S25 Ultra. Also, Samsung added 3 new features. The nightography is finally getting better on the S25 Ultra. This is the difference between the nightography being used and without it. The second big feature is the audio background remover. This feature was highlighted for the Pixel devices a while ago, but finally here on the Galaxy phone. Note, you can use this feature on existing files or old files. The third feature is a now bar, which we can also see on the S24 Ultra with the One UI 7. It will give us a weather update, your energy score, and more. If you're looking for a better performance, a new design, and enhanced features, the S25 Ultra is undoubtedly the phone to beat. However, if you're on a budget or prefer the sharper edges of the S24 Ultra, the S24 Ultra still holds the title for the best phone of 2024. Ultimately, the decision comes down to your priorities: performance, design, or value for money. Whatever you choose, Samsung's Ultra lineup continues to push the boundaries of what a flagship phone can offer. On this note, if you find value from this video, then give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.